Hey guys, it's your best five friends. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel.
And today we're going to talk about Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Khabib Nurmagomedov.
That's not even the first
This
take,
is the
guys.
second take.
And Daniel Cormier. So
Cormier.
let's go we'll go with nicknames. How about, is it the Eagle?
The Eagle and DC, baby.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about both these guys because they both had some reactions to things going on in the UFC right now.
Yeah, well, I would say both of them, when they saw that Conor McGregor had released those text messages, personal text messages last week between him and Dana White, these guys were both against that. And that, like any other human being might be, hey, maybe don't, publicly put out personal text messages.
Yeah, people don't want to text you anymore if you're going to be screenshotting
That
stuff.
seems like the wrong move.
But Khabib, per his manager spoke to TMZ Sports. We'll put a link to all this. Kelsey wrote a piece on this today in the show notes. But he basically he's going to give Conor McGregor a Dwight Schrute shun.
Khabib, yeah.
He's like,
done with him.
Shun on.
He's like, I'm done with you, and I'm never going to fight you. And also,
there will not be a rematch. He will not
look you directly in the eye ever again.
Not participate in the Ultimate Fighter with Conor McGregor.
And that was a kind of big piece of news that was an idea that Dana White had come to Khabib's team for, and Khabib couldn't even believe that they would bring it to him.
How could you even bring this to me? Granted, this is per his manager,
These guys
so we don't
hate
know
each other.
how accurate this is from Khabib. But yeah, basically, he's just flat out just done because, I think he said that Conor is trash.
According to his manager, Khabib called him basically human trash. He's garbage. And, whatever side of the debate you're on.
Very strong words.
Conor's tirades on social media and stuff, there's not a good look to that, no matter how you cut it.
Yeah.
So,
So now let's flip over. Let's flip over to Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier was called out by Jan
Blachowicz.
Okay, that was not what I was going to say.
But you said Jan. That was impressive.
I did. I was like,
Jan Blachowicz. What's that? Aaron Brockovich? Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, so he was called out, and he was called out in kind of not the nicest way. He told him to get off the couch. So here's what Jan said. Hey, DC, if you have so much to say about me, get your fat ass off the couch and come to the octagon. I'll teach you some respect. So I'm assuming, him being in the media, talking with Ariel on their show, they probably talked about UFC 253.
Yeah.
And, okay, here's what I want to talk about. Here's Cormier's response. He quote tweeted this. No chance, champ. Congrats on a big win. You're the man. You're the king now. You shouldn't worry about what an old retired man is saying. Great job getting that title.
It's great.
Talk about de-escalating a situation, right? To completely just, go right over the top and be like, hey, you just won. And, I find both of these things very, markedly, different.
Teammates, yet great champions, yet surprisingly different. That's Khabib and DC, the Eagle, and Daniel Cormier. I'll switch them. But yeah.
But maybe, so we talked about this in a previous show a little bit, and I was talking about myself, how sometimes I can be so offended by somebody that I just want to completely dismiss them and write them off. Yeah, the person is still a human being. No human being is garbage. And
well, yeah.
DC, I just really appreciated how he approached it. His call out by, Jan, that he just approached this and kind of you know what? I'm not going to let this, take the day. I'm just going to move on.
Cormier is older, though, and he also, he told me he regrets some of the things he said and did in his rivalry with John Jones. Now,
and so he's certainly not,
he chooses, I think, to be a little different. Now, Khabib's thing is completely understandable. I think I said that because of their huge rivalry and it's not like these guys just fought in the octagon. These guys got in huge melee after the fight. There's been some... Conor said things that went over the line, definitely, about Khabib and
Khabib people. I mean, I'm not even talking about Conor.
So I can understand. I can understand being like, well, I'm not gonna fight that guy. Well, I already beat that guy. I'm gonna defend my title. I'm gonna defend the title in this Justin Gaethje next, and then I'm gonna try to fight St. Pierre in a super fight. And then I'm just leaving that part. I've already done that. Why do it again? So I definitely respect that decision.
I also respect anybody who's just themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying
he's serious.
anybody should pretend to like be like DC if they're not like DC or anything like that. But if I can objectively just take both responses, hey, like DC's response to Jan, Khabib's response to Conor McGregor per his manager, and I can kind of take them away from the human beings and be like, well, which one is the like, which one do I want to be like? Which response do I admire more? I'm leaning towards Cormier.
I'm
you know
gonna
what I
lean
mean?
towards my own response, which is always gonna be the double bird. I'm not gonna do it, but you know what I'm saying. Double bird.
All right.
For anything, even like, hey Kelsey, I'm like.
All right. Well, on that note,
Thanks for stopping by. Come and hang out with us, regardless of how many double birds you
birds
receive.
Kelsey may or may not
The
go
craziest
out.
part is the triple bird, because you're like, how's that possible?
Okay. We're not even.
You do not
We're
want to know.
stopping.